news, especially some of the latest news. You can see that young, tall lieutenant with the walking the beach there. That's your dad. But watch some of the historical films, and you'll see a tall young guy, and he's got the helmet on, walking the Beach Master on.
Where?
On Easy Red.
Yeah, but I don't.
Well, I seen one recently.
Really?
It showed Joe at his back, looking out to the water.
So now, what were you going to say about him on D-Day?
D-Day. He ran the whole operation on the beach.
Yeah.
He was out there under fire, constantly walking under fire. He was told to clear the beach. You had to clear the beach of the infantry. The commanding officer of the 1st Division, 16th Infantry, gave him orders. There'll be nobody on this beach. Everybody will be off this beach. Anybody with a rifle's gone. So your father, Joe Vaghi, went up and down with the microphone, clear the beach, clear the beach, yeah. And anybody with a rifle.
How did he not get shot? I mean, you think about all the bullets coming down you guys.
See, when you're under fire like that and you're working under fire, the worst thing you could do was lay down and stay under the artillery fire. I thought it was bad practice for me. I keep moving. If I seen one coming in close and landing near me in a group, I moved on. A lot of the guys didn't, and as a result, they didn't
make it off the beach.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of casualties. Yeah. But your father took over the whole operation at Easy Red.
Now, how long were you on the beach there?
I spent 3 days until I got hit.
So you got hit.
And your father, come in and got me.
Now, he got a medal for these guys, I guess, pulling there with them.
Oh, yeah, well, that's when the Jeep was on fire.
Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of incidents. There's a lot of things that it was. Somebody asked me a couple of years ago, well, don't you think that Lieutenant Vaghi should have got a lot higher medal? And I said, well, he should have got the Navy Cross, the Navy Cross. He should have got
What's
that.
The Navy Cross?
Well, it's the second highest award in the Navy, under the Congressional Medal of Honor. But he ran the whole operation. He set up the CP.
What's the CP?
Command post.
Command post, yeah.
Keep moving to the whole operation of the beach. He was moving under fire all day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can switch off.
There you go. Okay.
I seen Commander Carusi, and I seen the exec. They were dug in on the side of that dune line, above the dune line, and they could look down and see Joe working below them all day and all afternoon. And here's this young lieutenant running the whole show. Man, crap. Didn't do crap. That's what they did.
But apparently, Carusi liked
the
C8 though. But their group though, your platoon.
Well, he gave
you all were.
Well, what do you think he was doing? Number one, to move off the LCI. Yeah. He wanted Joe, because Joe physically was in excellent shape.
It was his football days in Providence.
Yeah, but he was superior shape. And when we hit the bottom of the ramp, Joe was ahead of me, and I was around number 4 or 5 on the port ramp. The other ramp got hit, on the starboard side was hit. We could see the machine gun tracers coming in on the ramp toward us when we were in the water. And Joe sprung out of there, and about 6 or 7 of us got under cover. We were about maybe 400 yards out, using the hedgehogs for cover, because you could see the zero wind on the LCI that would come off of. You could see that. So we get under it. We laid under there for about less than 4 or 5 minutes till we get, and we made a run out of there. It's a long way, 400 yards across the beach, especially under fire.
Under fire. It was all coming down. The Germans had your easy pickings,
well,
too,
they had a screen of fire, you know, that they...
Have you been back to Normandy?
No, I don't want to go back.
Huh?
No, I'm one of the few guys that never want to go back. Nah.
That's a big beach. I went there once.
Yeah.
It's a big beach.
Well, I think it was... Omaha was 2,000 yards, I think. But when you're operating that day on D-Day, we didn't have anything beyond the platoon. Just that one area, the fire was so heavy, especially artillery coming in on us. And we lost a lot of wounded, of course, the wounded on the machine guns that it set up on that beach, and the artillery.
Did Saving Private Ryan depict it well?
Well, it did the first, that wave coming in and out of the water.
The initial.
Yeah, the initial, you see, you're getting an idea what it was like. After that, no, you know, it didn't relate to Normandy.
That was like Hollywood after that.
Yeah, after that, when they cleared the beach. But that was a good, now those hedgehogs were about 6 of us were laying there under fire with Joe. And we had to wait for those machine guns and the artillery to clear ahead of us a little bit later. As soon as it did, we took up out of there. Well, you'd run 100 yards and head for cover. Every man for himself.
But you were heavy with water and weight, and
well,
you
sure.
know, it was. Yeah.
I didn't take my pack with me. I cleared my pack and threw it in the water. The only thing I had with me was my rifle and ammo. When I cleared.
Why did you?
Because it was holding me down.
You knew that
you know, 40-pound pack. Yeah. Well, I didn't need it.
How much did you weigh then?
I weighed 130.
So 130 your weight?
136, I think.
Wow.
But the
quarter your weight.
But the 18-year-olds and 17-year-olds were very small. They were 5 foot. I was 5'6" or 7. And there was a lot of guys smaller than me, were less than 130.
That's why a lot of people were drowning in the water, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Well, there was a lot of body.
Yeah.
We were lucky, you know, that we cleared and got out of that water. That's why I got rid of the...
Do you remember my father talked about the Bangalore?
Well, Bangalore is...
When you had to break
we used that. The engineers, common engineers and infantry used it to blow cat wire. When you got up onto the dune line,
you had all that wire there.
Yeah, it had cat wire.
No way to get through that. You couldn't get through it.
They had to blow a section of it to open up the cat wire, and then you had the footpath, and then the German minefield. So when you cleared the dune line, and you blew the cat wire to open it up.
You still had a lot more obstacles in your way. You got the minefield.
Yeah, you had a minefield. So, but most of them, the squads, the infantry squads, would use the footpath, and they were experienced troops. They come up from North Africa, the ones that, the leaders, squad leaders that were left. Mm-hmm. You know, that day corporals were platoon leaders because anybody that had any rank in the infantry, especially in the 1st Division, the 16th Infantry, would take over a squad. A sergeant headed, a buck sergeant or a corporal could be a platoon, but mostly squads that moved along the footpath and first engaged the enemy was well-trained troops.
Did you see my father after you left?